King Corn beats be killing shit.
We was powers on this earth once, and we was all about the mirth once. Idol worship, murder like the first of the month. Hit a nigga with the bic like he need a light. That's what you do when you on fourth, or else you got a punt. But we ain't needed when we cry for Egypt flesh, nah. So it's Egypt that we got, and we hella mad. These crackers soaring off our shoulders like some helipads. They see our sweat, but they don't feel us like we holograms. I'll be damned, another black man shot again.
Shalom, family, shalom. Back again with another quick video, quick topic for you. Something else that I found interesting here, coming from the father of the UK Parliament, some statements he made here recently as it pertains to the state of Israel. All right, so we're going to give all praise, of course, to the Heavenly Father, to the Most High Yah. Again, I'm your brother Azariah. Make sure that you like this video. Make sure that you share. Make sure that you are subscribed. We're going to go ahead and get right into it. Again, I thought this was fascinating. I thought this was very interesting, his words. So, like I was saying, we're going to get right into it. All right. Here we go.
Made by the longest serving MP from the Conservative Party. His name is Sir Edward Leigh. He is also the father of the house.
I've been to the West Bank. I've seen what is going on there. This is profoundly wrong. People who have merely tilled their land for 2,000 years are being bullied, forced out. Even when we went there,
Well, it's not their land. As we see in many scriptures, they parted the land. We see that in Joel. We see in Ezekiel that they appointed the land into their possession with all the joy of their heart. So it's actually not their land. It's not Ishmael's land or the Arabs' land either, the so-called Palestinians. But that's another topic for another day. And besides the point of this video, let's continue to hear what this gentleman has to say.
we were confronted with armed settlers. This is outrageous. And the whole house should cry out against it with one voice.
And did you see the gentleman sitting in the front? He seemed like he could care less about what this guy's saying. But I digress. Let's continue.
And the government should take action. And this is why this motion is so important. And I'm appealing to my Jewish friends. So many good, honest, reasonable people who detest what is going on at the moment, who are entirely in tune with Jewish culture. But unfortunately, the Netanyahu government is bound by right-wing extremists, people who care nothing about human rights, who have this sort of weird and ridiculous notion that perhaps because 2,000 years ago this land was held by Jewish people, perhaps, we're not even certain of that, that they have a right to go in and force out people. Fortunately,
I'm gonna rewind that back and let that play again. These are not my words. These are this gentleman's words. He's called the father of the House of the UK Parliament. This is one of the speeches that he gives. I guess he's, I believe he's getting ready to retire. All right. So again, I'm gonna let it play again. Let's listen, family.
the Netanyahu government is bound by right-wing extremists, people who care nothing about human rights, who have this sort of weird and ridiculous notion that perhaps because 2,000 years ago this land was held by Jewish people, perhaps, we're not even certain of that, that they have a right to go in and force out people, destroy their lives.
Well, I'm gonna help him out. For certain, those Caucasians, Israelis, those small hats, they did not dwell there. And I would agree with the fact that it's a ridiculous notion. Let's continue.
Lives. So I want to appeal to moderate Jewish people. This must stop.
I've reviewed tech for over 15 years.
And he's saying that this must stop as it relates to the genocide that's currently taking place in Gaza. All right. And he's right. It should end. All right. But let's continue. What are those? Look at this man's sandals. Again, I digress. Let's continue.
Imagine, dear colleagues, if we had a government and the Israeli government could stop it tomorrow, couldn't they? And if the whole world acted with one voice, I think we could put sufficient pressure on it to act. But just imagine if it stopped tomorrow. I leave you with this thought. If there were no more illegal settlements, if no existing settlements were expanded, if the Palestinian people were allowed to live in...
Well, if you just take a look at the settler colonies, their original settlements, and then you look at the illegal settlements, they've completely taken over the land, parted the land of Israel when they were allowed to settle there, and those people, the Palestinians, for the most part, welcomed them.
Peace and freedom like everybody else. Would not the skies lift? Would not Israeli people feel that they could live in peace?
And FYI, the whole world has supported the genocide and the illegal settlements of this settler colony, these colonizers.
We cannot have endless war. All empires come to an end. They cannot just...
Did you hear that? Not my words. This gentleman's words. This fellow's words. All empires come to an end. The fall of an empire signifies the rise of a kingdom. The kingdom of heaven. Our Father's kingdom. And it's within us. We just have to manifest it.
Destroy the Palestinian people in the misguided notion that that will give them security. It will give them no security. There will be endless war, endless hatred. Let us just say in this house,
as our Lord prophesied, there will be wars and rumors of wars.
that we believe profoundly in the unity of the human spirit. There should be no Muslim, no Jew, no Christian. We are one people, and we demand that the Palestinian people, like all other peoples on earth, have a right.
Well, we're one people in the fact that, you know, as they say, the human race, but we're not all the same, though, right? That's why the Lord, the Most High, when he divided the nations, right, and he gave them their inheritance, which was their own land, he meant that. All right. But he does want peace, ultimately, and that's what a hamashiach is going to usher in. Let's finish this up.
To their own life. No joke, endless hatred. Let us just say in this house that we believe profoundly in the unity of the human spirit. There should be no Muslim, no Jew, no Christian. We are one people, and we demand that the Palestinian people, like all other peoples on earth, have a right to their own nation.
I will leave you with this.
All right. So that's that. So you heard it. Heard it out this gentleman's own mouth. All right. He said it's a ridiculous notion that because they may have, they cannot prove it. There's no proof, essentially, that they go back to the people who dwelled in the land 2,000 years ago. He said that that's a ridiculous notion. Not my words. I have one scripture here. So let me share my screen. I want to bring this out for us, family. No, I'm gonna try to make sure when I do these videos, for the most part, I'm gonna try to refer back to the scriptures when pertinent and when relevant to the topic. All right. Slovakia. That's not the screen that I wanted to share. I was looking at something else in Revelations 22. This is what I want here. Psalm 64. Right, so this is Psalms chapter 64. We're going to read through about verse 8. All right, so it says, to the chief musician, the Psalm of David, hear my voice, O God, O power. In my prayer, preserve my life from fear of the enemy. All right, pay attention, family. And I'm reading this in the NLT. All right, it says, hide me from the secret counsel of the wicked. We know who the wicked are, all right? The border of wickedness, all right? You can find out about that in the book of Malachi, chapter 3, all right? It says, for the insurrection of the workers of iniquity, who with their tongue, like a sword, and bind their bows to shoot their arrows, even bitter words. That they may shoot in secret at the perfect. Right? And, Christians love to say you can't be perfect, right? But you can. As hamashiach said, be perfect as thy Father, which is in heaven, is perfect. Right? And others will refer to as being perfect. We see what James says about perfection, right? That you count it all joy through the temptation, right? And the things the Most High put you through, knowing that the trying of your faith worketh patience, and patience that in turn leads to the perfection. All right. So it says, suddenly do they shoot at him and fear not. They encourage themselves in an evil matter. They commune on laying snares privately. They say, who shall see me? See, this the craftiness of the enemy. All right. Talked about their words being crafty too, right? They search out iniquities. They accomplish a diligent search, both the inward thought and every one of them, and the heart indeed. But God shall shoot at them with an arrow. Suddenly shall they be wounded, right? Wounded in their hearts, right? It's the time we're at, right? Where we're going to see what's made manifest here in reality, what's here in these scriptures, here in the Torah and the Tanakh. So they shall make their own tongues to fall upon themselves. Not my words, their words. He said it was a ridiculous notion. We'll read that again. It says, so they shall make their own tongues to fall upon themselves. All that see them shall flee away. All right? So their own words, their own tongues are going to be what gives it away. Like we also see in Hosea, right? In the place where it said that you are not my people, there will you be called, the people, the children of the living God. All right. With that being said, family, appreciate y'all watching this video. Make sure that you like this video. Make sure that you share. Make sure that you also subscribe. As always, if you're looking for a body, a family to be a part of, even though we're all one family, but I would just say extended family, you can tap in with us right here, Fire of God Classroom at Gmail. All right. Also, if it's on your heart, on your spirit to help the ministry out, definitely all donations are appreciated. See the cash out right there, Fire of God Camp 12. All right. With that, appreciate you guys coming through. Again, make sure you like this video, make sure you share, and make sure you subscribe. And I'll see you brothers and sisters in the next video. Peace and Barak Ra, family. Shalom.
Another lacking, all black, don't draw attention, cause it's just not enough room in this small city. Cleaning crew is out to get you, can you dodge 50? 50-50 odds, hear the applause and the black ripping through the avenues in the parks full of guys chilling at the park cause mama boyfriend Ron tripping, ripping through their hearts with what he doing after dark, and mama working late and she don't know cause they don't have the heart. It's safe to say in them shoes, they dark in them. Swim the shore before the whales and the sharks get them. So many bodies in the waters, you ain't gotta swim them. You on the shoulders of the fallen, trying to outlive them.